Good morning, deer season, day 4. I'm just watching my birds and watching the trees blow around in the wind up there. Doesn't look like the kind of morning I want to get out there, but we have to. This is the toughest day so far. I saw the biggest buck last night right here on our road again. 10-pointer jumped out in front of my truck when I went to pick up Kaylee. It's disheartening. You know, there's more deer in town than out of town. But we gotta go. All right, let's do this. Day 4. Interesting fact, I'll just show you guys. 11.3 is my average liters per 100 kilometers in the truck right now. 11.3 average liters per 100 kilometers. That's with my winter tires on. And I always assumed because it's a much more aggressive tread that I would be getting worse gas mileage. That's usually the way it goes in any vehicle I've ever owned. But we're actually getting better, and that's because I dropped down to 18-inch tires for my winters. And I've never really tracked it, but I'm actually getting better mileage with those winters than my regular 20-inch summer tires. Put it in 4-wheel drive to get a little bit of traction here today. Some fresh snow. On day 1 of deer season, I walked out just down here and I put a deer off the road on that side. So that's where I'm thinking we're gonna hunt today. It's just down here a little further. There was more tracks there than I've seen anywhere so far this season. Right here where I stepped out of the truck, there's a deer track. That's a good sign. Hopefully a good sign.
Those deer came down the road yesterday.
Send him up there and I'll keep going. So 2 guys were in here yesterday because they walked the road. There's their tracks. And the fact that they're not back today attests to how many deer are in this area. Not too many. So Grant and Dad are both behind me back there. They're gonna go in 200-300 yards up on the hill and sit on watches. I'm gonna go down and do a 1/4-mile circle and just poke along and maybe chase something back up to them. Well, there's another deer track going in right there. Going in on the wrong side, going in down there where I said the other day I came out on the road just down there. We can see where I came out on the road from here, and so there are deer on this side. Partridge tracks. I thought this was pretty cool. Partridge tracks, and they lead right up under that log. I think he's inside there. He's definitely in there. There's only one set of tracks. I shot an 8-point buck on the top of that hill one time, and we had to drag it all the way back down to this road. Oh no, I've got hunting stories. I'm turning into my old man. One time, I shot a deer. It was a Herculean effort to drag that boy off that hill. And it was. Let me tell you. Well, this is all new. It's all flooded. The beavers got it dammed up. Well, my original plan was to walk up this road. This used to be a road, and that's heading right back up towards where I left Dad and Grant. But sometimes you have to change your plan. If nature throws that at you, maybe it's a sign. There's another road over here that continues up this way. Maybe I'm just supposed to go up there and sit up there for 2 hours. And that's what I'm gonna do. Well, it's been 2 hours, no movement. I couldn't get to where I wanted to go. It's all blocked off by ponds up above. But I found a clearing and sat there, and nothing moving, no tracks. I guess we're gonna have to find somewhere else to go for this afternoon. Just not enough deer in this country. Really starting to snow now. I'm guessing you didn't butt one with the end of your rifle there and gut it and leave it up on the hill?
Well, not today. Maybe this afternoon. Oh, never saw a track.
Nope. I saw 2 on the road, and that was it.
I went all the way down. I figured probably half, 3/4 of the way to him. Then I turned to come all the way back up, going over the hills. Didn't sit down because there was not a track. Maybe an old track. Looked by the spread of it. Couldn't even tell it was a.
Nothing?
No tracks, no nothing. What's the plan now?
Gonna try some open hardwoods here for an afternoon sit. I forgot the camcorder in the back of the truck, so it's phone only. So far, 1/4 mile walk in here, fox tracks, that's it, nothing. But no humans have been in here. Well, this'll work. I'm just gonna stand right here against this tree and I can see quite a ways. And Grant is up over that hill over there, so he may push something off and down through here. Who knows? When you're quietly sitting on the deer watch, pick quiet snacks. crunchy cheesies. I'm pretty sure every deer can hear me eating these for 2 miles. That's what it sounds like in my head anyway. It's pretty loud. Well, whatever it was never came out into the hardwood. It just stayed right along the edge of that green. I'm assuming it was a deer. My fingers and toes have long passed the burning cold stage. 2 hours. And numb is setting in. Guy just told me the other day, be careful, he said, bears are still out. And up behind me is a very thick hemlock ridge full of caves and cracks and crevices. And right here, that's a fresh bear track. And he's going right up there towards that rocky, cliffy hemlock. He's got a den up there for sure somewhere. And that is the only track that I've seen in the last 2 miles of me just slowly plodding along here real quiet. One lone bear. And I don't think he likes the snow any more than I do. Lone wolf to wolf pack. Anybody got their radio on? Well, nobody's got their radio on. I've got a couple miles, 45-minute hike back to the truck. I don't know if they've seen anything, but I can testify there is nothing on this side of that hemlock ridge. One hungry bear somewhere, that's it. Well, we could probably follow those bear tracks right up to the den and I could show you guys, but as we know, he's awake and it's getting dark, so I'm just gonna make my way back to the truck and keep my eye along that ridge as I go, make sure I don't get ambushed. Dad always said, you know, when you're traveling through there, that's a great spot to find deer up there. It's thick, it's dry, but Dad always said, you know, keep one chambered when you're up there, boys, because it don't take long for a bear to cover 30 yards, and that's about as far as you can see at the best of times up in that thick hemlock. I'm just following the track mode on my GPS. Super quiet. Nobody out here in these hardwoods. Beautiful spot, beautiful. I don't think there's a deer around here for 5 miles. I don't know. I didn't see any sign of it anyway. I was gonna say it's disheartening, but you know what? It's not really. I'm actually enjoying today, day 4, the most out of all the days. Just those great big flakes, the gentle quietness in the bush, seeing that cool bear track back there. I'm enjoying being out in the woods today.
See any tracks up there at all?
Just one lone bear track.
Well, you've seen one lone bear track more than what I saw. I didn't see a squirrel track.
Yeah, no, there was nothing until I got to that bear track. What's your advice to everybody walking them craggy, hemlock, cavernous bear territory up there?
Well, don't buy a gym pass. Just stay on the hills. It's cheaper and it's good for you, and you get to, enjoy nature. That's about it. But don't plan on bringing anything home. You're going to have to still pay those high grocery prices. That's about it.
I was talking about safety.
Safety. Oh, grab a tree line on the way down.
You always said keep one chambered up there because the bear's going to get you.
Oh, I keep one chambered all the time.
He said he saw a gray squatch up there.
I turned out thought I'd seen something gray once, and I said that was up towards the rock knoll where you would be on the other side.
Old man of the forest.
I said either that was I thought, did I see a flicker of a moose, but I hadn't seen a track, or it could have been a squatch limping behind that rock, but I didn't go up that far to check it because it was lonely where I was.
It was nice. That was the nicest walk that I've been on in 4 days of hunting so far. Well, I guess that's it. That's the end of day 4. We're calling it quits. The snowstorm is blowing in, and none of us even saw a track. So we've got to try completely new territory tomorrow. It's the weekend, so Dad and I are going to go. Grant's taking the weekend off. And all we can do is scout some new territory. We've got 7 days left, so got to find something soon here.